Hello and welcome to Connecting Movies, a series of videos about movies and what they have in common. Connect these movies for me: Frankenstein, Big Fish, Corpse Bride, and The King's Speech. Mary Shelley's classic novel Frankenstein has been turned into countless plays and movies through the years. However, in 1994 it had been 20 years since the British Hammer horror series of Frankenstein films, and more than 40 years since the last Hollywood Frankenstein film. The time, it seems, was ripe for a new interpretation. Kenneth Branagh directed and starred in what is widely considered the most faithful adaptation of the novel. Robert De Niro portrays the monster as a humane and pitiful creature. The makeup effects greatly support the impression. Unfortunately, the movie fails to impress overall. Maybe trying to follow the novel too closely did not leave enough room for the characters to interact. My rating is a 6 out of 10. I can still recommend it to fans of classic horror.
That's the combination.
Big Fish is a 2003 movie by Tim Burton. It's a family drama, a love story, a tall tale, and an absurd comedy. And all those parts come together to form a very unique kind of experience. Albert Finney plays Ed Bloom, a dying man spending his last hours with his son Will, played by Billy Crudup. Ed has spent his life telling amazing tales about his life, while Will would have preferred him to be serious once in a while.
Dad, I have no idea who you are.
What do you want, Will? Who do you want me to be?
We spend most of the movie seeing Ed's colorful tales come to life, while Ewan McGregor, as the young Ed Bloom, travels all over the world and meets many weird people. I rate Big Fish an 8 out of 10. It is very hard to compare it to anything else, which in itself should make it worth watching. The ending will be bittersweet, wacky, and serious, like the whole movie. In 1995, Toy Story was the first computer-generated feature film. Since then, computer animation has almost completely replaced traditional animation techniques. 2005's Corpse Bride, co-written and co-directed by Tim Burton, is one of the few examples of a movie done in stop-motion animation. The story is set in a fantasy version of the Victorian age. Young Victor Dort is about to marry Victoria Aberglot. Although their marriage is arranged by their parents, they fall in love at first sight. However, Victor messes up the wedding rehearsal and flees. In the forest, he happens to marry a woman's corpse by accident. She comes to life and takes him to the land of the dead, a crazy, colorful place, strongly influenced by Mexican folklore. Corpse Bride's success at the box office may be surprising, since it is definitely too dark for children and possibly too childish for adults. Check it out if you don't mind cartoony slapstick and macabre humor. I know I don't. It's a 7 out of 10 for me.
Why go up there when people are dying?
The King's Speech is a 2010 drama based on the life of King George VI, father of Great Britain's current Queen. He suffers from a severe stammer and therefore sees speech therapist Lionel Logue, who uses very unconventional methods. Colin Firth, who received an Oscar for his portrayal of King George, jokingly noted that the movie is basically two middle-aged men in a room talking. However, it's the quality of the acting that makes it exciting. Stiff King George contrasts nicely with whimsical Lionel Logue, played by Geoffrey Rush. Also, it's not really just two men talking, and great performances can be seen down to the smallest supporting role.
He seems to be saying it rather well.
In spite of the grand scale of its backdrop, The King's Speech is a quiet, personal story. A few minor historical inaccuracies do not take away from the experience. It's a solid 8 out of 10 for me.
Listen to me! Listen to me! Why should I waste my time listening to you? Because I have a voice! Yes, you do.
And the connection is Helena Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter is a British actress with a very unique and powerful style of acting. She plays Frankenstein's fiancée, Elizabeth. She shows 3 different versions of her character Jenny in Big Fish. She voice acted as the Corpse Bride Emily. And she played the young Queen Mom in The King's Speech, which brought her an Oscar nomination. Other notable appearances of hers include the washed-out Marla Singer in Fight Club, roles in a total of 7 Tim Burton movies, and the evil witch Bellatrix Lestrange in 4 Harry Potter movies. In 1997, she was also nominated for an Oscar for the leading role in The Wings of the Dove. Thank you for watching this episode, and I hope you had fun connecting movies.